everyone. Welcome to Ramadan Challenge Day 17, I believe. Mashallah, we're having a lot of competition between the families. It's been very, very healthy. And alhamdulillah, we've had a lot of families join, a lot of families try to catch up, submit all their old submissions. I'm not going to take too much of your time. I know everybody's waiting to see the scoring from yesterday. I know everybody's waiting to see who got the 5 extra points. And I'm going to share my screen right now.
The obligation 5-point lead. Okay. It looks like sister line cut off.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. Yeah, there was a little bit of technical difficulties, but I'm gonna share my screen so that everybody can see their scores from yesterday. Okay, so the total score, the last column, the total score is not updated, but if you were to look closely at this chart, you would see that the points from the Night of Power challenges have been added. So the ones that you see that are in green are the Night of Power challenge points that are being added. And as you can see, there's the one from yesterday or the day before yesterday has been added, and then also the one from yesterday. But the total score doesn't reflect those points. I didn't add them all together yet. So as you can see, there's a lot of points that are available to be won during the Night of Power challenges. And so if you feel like maybe your family is not where you want it to be, you don't want to miss the Night of Challenges, as you can see. Okay, the Night of Power challenges. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this up here for a couple of seconds so that you can screenshot, do whatever you need to do.
Sister Rahma.
Yes.
So who are the ones that got the bonus points? 5 bonus points yesterday.
Oh yeah, so 5 bonus points go to Abidogans, Adewumi, and GFW. Mm-hmm. So as you can, like the points that you see that are in blue are from the 5 bonus points. The points that you see in red are
Mashallah. So the Abidogans, the Adewumis, and GFW are the bonus point winners from yesterday.
Yes.
Mashallah. That's good.
Mashallah. Okay, so if anybody sees any issues with their points, or like maybe I missed one, or like you have a 0 for a day that you submitted it, make sure you contact me, and I'll always change your points if there's a mistake. Is there a question?
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, my kids are protesting. They said our points are not updated, so it's still at 219. It was 219 yesterday. You added the power of night challenges and other points, yet still at 219. So you might want to look at that after.
Oh yeah. So as I mentioned before, the total column is not reflective of the points. I didn't update it. So this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so meaning that we might have overtaken the Abidogans.
Yeah, might have.
Okay.
Okay. So this this column is from yesterday. I did not update the points for today, but I will have it updated inshallah next time.
All right. Yeah. Jazakallah khair.
Okay. So without further ado, the challenge for today . The challenge for today is, in your native language, describe all the steps involved in making proper wudu. and then translate. Okay, so again, the challenge for today is in your native language, describe all the steps involved in making proper wudu, then translate. So I'm gonna leave this up here for a couple of seconds in case anybody wants to screenshot or record. If anybody has any questions about the challenge, now's the time to ask. And also, as I mentioned before in a previous challenge, by native language, all I mean is a language that is not English. So it can be Yoruba, it can be Spanish, it can be Arabic, whichever language you choose. But as long as you translate it at the end.
How many minutes long?
At least 3 minutes.
Okay.
And as usual, the families who submit first will get the 5 bonus points and so on. And the criteria for getting the 5 bonus points is that you have to have received a 10 for your challenge. And all the questions must be answered. So maybe if you describe the steps in your native language, but you didn't translate it, then you're not eligible. So make sure all the questions are answered and make sure that your video reaches the time limits and make sure everybody that's in your family is involved, or at least 3 people or more. Okay.
Yeah,
so that was a challenge for today. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put in the chat box, or you can just raise your hand and I'll be able to answer.
So, Sister Rahma, I'm trying to make wudu and describing how to make wudu. If I miss one step, would that affect my scoring?
Yeah, so if you miss a major step, such as like if you miss your arm or something, then that would affect the score because the answer was not complete. The answer needs to be a correct answer for you to get a 10.
Okay.
If anybody has any other questions, okay, so in order to get the extra 5 points, I need 3 or more people. Yes. So, Mr. You would need to bring Lean and probably your little sister too, or one of your parents. If there's any other questions, you can feel free to put them in the chat, or you can also raise your hand and we'll allow you to ask. And if there's any questions about the Night of Power challenges, feel free to stay for a couple of minutes. Those questions will be answered after this session. Okay, so so somebody asked how the submissions would be received, like if it's via text or typing or by voice. All submissions are via video unless stated otherwise. So majority of the submissions would be by video, unless I say write an essay or take a picture. Then those ones would be the ones that would not be a video. And then somebody asked, what is the challenge for today? The challenge for today, I'm gonna share my screen again so that people who are coming late maybe can see it. The challenge for today is, in your native language, describe all the steps involved in making proper wudu and then translate. Again, it's in your native language, describe all the steps involved in making proper wudu and then translate. And by native language, all I mean is a language that's not English. So it can be Arabic, Yoruba, Spanish, French, whichever language, as long as you translate it. Okay. Somebody asked, what if I don't understand another language and I want to compete? If you don't understand another language and you want to compete, maybe you can ask your parent who understands another language, or if you have somebody in your family that understands another language, they can go ahead and ask them, because I know some people, they have their parents help them. It's a family effort.
Or they can use Google Translator, can they?
Google Translate. As long as you try your best.
Thank you.
Yeah, the question was asked by Royan.
Oh,
And
No,
Royan died is not available.
okay. All right. So
Yeah,
I
someone
see
is
someone
Aja
raising
Tani
their hand.
Yeah.
somebody's raising their hand.
Yeah,
Is
Miss
the
Musa.
person are you going to ask a question relating to this topic or another thing?
Yeah, I'll meet him now.
Okay. Elijah Tajuddin, you may ask your question.
Yeah, I'm going to come play with that.
I don't think that's that question. I think
Okay, I think maybe he raised it on accident. Okay, somebody asked, when do you show the Night of Power challenges? Any questions regarding the Night of Power challenges, just wait a few minutes and they will all be answered in the next session after myself. Are there any other questions? Okay, if not, then
okay. Let's see if Dr. Elias is in the house.
I don't think I see him. Oh, he. Yeah, I think he.
Dr. Elias, you have the floor.
Hello, assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Sister Rahma. So, Dr. Elias, please, we have how many minutes? We should be ending by the top of the hour.
Yeah. Do we have any question specifically? I can.
Just no, just to project the result or your view from you. I know Sister Rama projected something, but from your own side, let's hear from you.
Okay. I will have to open. I already shared the results with Sister Rama, but let me quickly project it. Just give me a minute, please. Okay.
Somebody in the group chat asked, what time do you show the Night of Power challenge?
We don't have a fixed time. Last night we had it at, based on the survey results, a lot of people wanted to have it at 11 p.m. So last night we had it at 11 p.m. The night before was at midnight. So inshallah, the next one, we have just one session left. We will decide, inshallah, during the week. Most likely this will be held depending on Eid, most likely on Friday night. We try to have it, a night that is not, there's no work the next day, inshallah, because it's late in the night. So inshallah, we'll let you know, most likely based on the last survey, it's at 11. Most likely we're gonna stick to 11 p.m. inshallah. Just sharing my, so here's the results for last night. We had two rounds. The first round was a continuation of the previous night where we had questions relating to the Quran specifically. And so families were asked questions based on a random number selection. And alhamdulillah, people did well. Most of the families actually, got the questions right last night. And as you can see here, everybody had actually, and we had the second round was more of audio session where we played, audio from either from Quran recitation or from Islamic speakers or from a nasheed, Islamic nasheed, without musical instrument, of course. And alhamdulillah, again, people did well there. So here's the the result of the two sessions we've had so far. I think in the lead are the Abidoguns with 24 points, and there's a tie for the second by with Sharaf family and the Umrah champs, I believe. And you can see all the result over there. So inshallah. So we'll have one more session, and that will be 2 rounds, inshallah. I gave a prelude to the last session last night. I may repeat that as well. Inshallah, it will be we're thinking to have something different this time, where people will have to be more active and actively engaged. Inshallah, we hope that we used Jamboard to get people to either draw or to most likely to put tashkil on word of the Quran. So a few words or verse of the Quran will be projected with no tashkil, and people party will work together within a very constrained time to put the harakat, Fatiha, Dumma, and all that on the words, inshallah. So this was planned for next session. If you already want to start brushing up on your skills of trying to based on the sound of Arabic, trying to, especially we use the famous words in the Quran, so we'll try to set people up for failure, inshallah, set up for success, inshallah. That's what I have, inshallah, from my side. Brother Shakir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abdul Jalil. We'll hand it over to Brother Abdul Sabur.
I think we had a couple of people raise their hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Radia.
My question goes to Dr. Abdul Elias. So, I just want to ask the question about what we have coming with the Power of Night. Like, if you put, are you gonna put like a word of like Allahu, Allahi? Like, what does that mean? You are going to consider all possibilities?
Well, I shouldn't maybe give too much details on that.
I'm just saying, if you mean Allahu and somebody put Allah, would that mean automatically they're wrong?
Can we switch over to the next topic,
I
please?
know what you mean, because Arabic is, it could take different form based on so that's why I want to
contest.
I have, it's going to be based on the Quran. There's only,
Okay.
of course, there are different ways of reciting.
Okay, I get it. Thank you.
But we stick to it's Quran based. It's not just Arabic. It's Quran based.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Inshallah, our next speaker is in the house, and we don't want to keep him waiting, so we are going to transition to the next chapter. So can we have Brother Bashir unmuted? So, and also we have the Abolarians unmuted, so that they can also be part of the recitation, inshallah. So, inshallah, the next discussion is not going to be tafsir based. So, we're going to take a small break from the tafsir and just have a free flowing discussion. But before we get started, inshallah, we're going to call on Amir Abolar.